What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled The Irony of Fatherlessness. I saw an old article on Fox of February 19th, 2018. I'm going to see if you can see the title of that. Missing Fathers and Americans' Broken Boys. The vast majority of mass shooters come from broken homes. This is the irony. So you're saying that if these boys were with their fathers, they wouldn't be killers. So why give custody to mothers? This is the irony of fatherlessness, because and when people say fatherlessness, missing fathers and fatherlessness, I hope you understand the change in wording in society from deadbeat dads, dads not being dads abandoning their kids, to fatherlessness, fathers not being in the home. The reason why it's saying fatherlessness and fathers not being in the home is because when they're married, moms initiate most of the divorces. Moms normally get the house in custody. So these aren't situations where fathers don't want to be in their children's lives. Thus the irony. So now, when they say, these kids don't have discipline because they don't have a father in their lives, what you're saying is mothers can't teach discipline, or are not disciplined, or they're not learning discipline from their mother, who, by the way, is an adult. So if a kid wants discipline, these kids don't follow instructions. They don't have any structure. So if they need to have discipline, follow instructions, need structure, the reason they're not getting it is because they're fatherless, or their father's not in the home. So what you're saying is, mom's undisciplined, mom's just unorganized, and mom doesn't enforce rules. The irony of fatherlessness. When they talk about our community about, these women not being protected. The irony of mothers in general. I'm a mama bear. I'm a mother. I'm a tiger mom. So you're a protector. I'll fight for my child. But you're unprotected because a man isn't around. The irony of these statements. These young girls who were raised by their mothers don't know how to be women, don't know how to be feminine. But you know what? They would have learned how to be women and feminine if a father was in the house. So if your father was in the home, or your father was present in your life, you would have actually learned how to be a lady, because your father would have made it happen. More so than your mother, since you were raised by your mother and you don't know how to be a lady. You don't know how to be feminine. So a grown masculine man would teach you how to be feminine, is more competent at teaching you femininity than your grown woman mother. The irony of this you are fatherless. This is why, abandonment is I was abandoned. It changes to fatherless now because of, a lot of these stories that are adults in my age group and younger and a little older and younger have to deal with. Abandonment issues, when you come to find out you wasn't abandoned, your mama was just meddling. Now, this is why, if your dad would have been involved, it went from deadbeat to fatherlessness, because you find out your dad had to jump through hurdles to get to you. You find out as a parent what to do and what not to do, and how you can wall another parent out of a child's life, and the tactics used. Ironically, I talked to my mother about this earlier today. Well, you know where a lot of the fatherlessness, where it goes from abandonment to fatherlessness, or the father wasn't in the home for a lot of people? College and the military. When you get grown and you get around people your age in that young adult life, and they start having stories, and the stories start having similarities, and the similarities start adding up, and the things you be like, your mama was full of it, your mama was a liar, and then, wait, my mama did the same thing. Wait, my grandparents did the same thing. Wait, my family said the same thing. Wait, wait, hold up. No, I thought, see, that's y'all situation. Even though my situation sounds just like y'all situation, it's got to be different. And then y'all start pointing at each other that each one of y'all's moms is messed up, but your mom isn't messed up. It's hilarious. Back to the irony of this, though. You have daddy issues because you are fatherless, but you learned a lot of your bad habits from your mother, but you don't have mommy issues. So these fathers could have, ironically, a better sense. You give them the halo of their moral compass is way better than my mom's. If they would have been around, we would have had better ethics in the house. I would have had better morals in my life. So, that's the problem. The irony, he wasn't there, so I hate him. The irony of, but my mom was there the whole time, and I love her for being there, but I don't like her. So I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to go there. When you see these men and they're remarried or in committed relationships or happy and living their lives, you get mad. Because these fathers wind up being happy and these mothers wind up being miserable. And you're trying to figure out, why are you so happy? Well, you know how to put these guys through the ringer. There's nowhere to go but up. The irony of, these fatherless children gravitating back to their fathers as adults that they hated as children, and gravitating away from their mothers who they were raised by, and getting away from as children and getting away from them as adults. Should say, this fatherlessness thing is a blanket statement to say mom's no good. We still haven't got to the point in society where we could say publicly these mothers are failures. That's the irony of fatherlessness. Because if a father was quote unquote around, all these problems for the mother would be fixed. And if these women don't want men in their lives, that's the irony, that you realize mom wanted it that way. I'm just saying. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.